So, you want to know how much it costs to live in Warner Robins here in 2024? Well, this is my 2024 update. Yes, on my YouTube channel, I had a update for 2023, but hey, lots changed in the market, and this is going to give you insider secrets on what's actually going on, okay? I did 190 source checks for this video to happen. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent, and my brain hurts so bad, so yours doesn't have to. Come and take a look with me, and let's see if Warner Robins, Georgia is a city for you to live in. Number one, housing, okay? The housing market is absolutely crazy here in Warner Robins, and I gotta give you some of these updates. Average home price here in the Middle Georgia area from MLS data, Zillow, Realtor.com, everything pulled and compiled because for some reason, not one site all has the same information, so I took all of them, I divided them by how many I took, and it came out to $193,000 as the average sales price for a home here in Warner Robins, while the national average, $346,000. And that comes out to a whopping $152,000 difference, 44%, 4%. I don't know about you, but if I'm gonna buy a home and it's the same home on the same quality of land, I want to save that 44%, $154,000. There's a lot of things that I could do for $154,000. Oh wait, I already live here. I got in a beautiful, amazing home for 44% less than the national average already. I don't have that extra CAC, but I got it in my home. Now, a lot of people ask me, Luke, what is my monthly payment gonna be at that average $193,000? I'm gonna give you some simple information here really quick. For a VA home loan, I'm a veteran, I use my VA home loan, it's 0% down, paying PITI, right? Principal, interest, tax, insurance, your monthly payment's gonna be $1,496 per month. Now, nice thing about veterans, you don't have what's called PMI insurance, right? Private mortgage insurance. What that does is it protects the bank, right? It's pretty much an insurance premium. Ask me how much it costs? I don't know. Completely based off your credit, 100%. And if you're doing anything but a VA home loan, you're gonna end up paying for it. Unless, if it's an FHA loan, you put 10% down, and then you get out of it for the most part after 11 years, yada, yada, yada. If you have loan questions, you need to go to this guy, okay? I'm gonna throw stuff up on the screen. His name's Mitchell, okay? I love the guy. He even did my home loan, and he gets amazing deals, okay? I'm vouching for him right now. I don't get anything in return to send him business, but if you want payment calculators, you want honest information on what's actually going on, I've never met another lender that can get things done like him and get deals like he can. His information is gonna be in the description below. If you have more detailed questions about that process, just let him know. Now, real quick, just for numbers' sake, when it comes down to a conventional loan, let's say you put 5% down on that $193,000, it's gonna be $1,496. You get the drift, right? VA loan, 0% down, conventional loan, 5% down, your payment's off by $1. $1,497 compared to $1,496. Payments on properties can get confusing. You have principal, you have interest, you have tax, you have insurance. Sometimes you have PMI. All those questions like I was talking about, shoot a text to Mitch. He'll be able to help you out and actually give you more deep information when it comes down to it. And he's gonna break it down for you so you're educated, you're comfortable, and you're confident through the entire process. I help negotiate on your behalf if you end up using me as a realtor. I know this is talking about homes. I'm getting nerdy when it comes to real estate. I love helping people buy and sell homes. I like getting good deals. That's what it's about for me, okay? Serving you and your family at the highest level. But when it comes down to it, key factors to understand, 44% lower, $152,000 difference. I think I said $154,000 difference. $152,000 difference. Payments are a lot cheaper here in the local Middle Georgia area, and there's phenomenal homes. Okay, I know in this video I'm talking about Warner Robins. Don't forget Bon Air, Perry, Kathleen, Byron. There's so many beautiful areas in this opportunity of Middle Georgia that you don't just have to live in Warner Robins. For the sake of numbers, I'm using Warner Robins because it's a hub. We got Robins Air Force Base. We have amazing jobs and opportunities in the area. It doesn't mean you have to live in Warner Robins, but around Warner Robins is beautiful as well. I have plenty of other videos on my YouTube channel, and also you can always book a call with me. We can go over it over the phone. Next, let's talk a little bit about utilities. A lot of my Californian buyers are crazy when it comes to this. If you want information, you're from California, this isn't gonna do enough justice. Go click my YouTube channel, look up for moving from California to Georgia. I don't know what it is about that state, but there's so much wazoo stuff when it comes to payments and electricity and gas and all this other stuff. But know the average electric bill here in the area is gonna be about $199 per month. And that is if you don't bump up and change and switch out your electric like I do, okay? I put it on AC when we go to sleep, and lately I've been putting it on heat. My wife hates it, but it is what it is. I did my time in the Army. I've been freezing cold, and now I like nice temperatures. Just who I am, I'm molding myself into it. I'm just throwing it out there. My electric bill last month was $231. If I didn't bump it up and bump it down, it would probably be right around that average of $199. And to put that into perspective, the average comes out to 102.9% of the average compared to the nation. So it's like 2.9% more. But that's the only thing that's more expensive out of all the things I'm about to go over. Next, let's go over food and groceries, okay? Because I don't know what prices can be somewhere in the United States, but I guarantee a double cheeseburger at McDonald's in New York City is significantly more than it is here. On average for me, if I go out and grab some fast food or something like that, the average meal is gonna cost me about 12 bucks. When I take my wife to a decent sit-down restaurant, I'm not talking fancy, high-end, I'm just talking, hey, you know, we're grabbing some food together, there's a waiter or waitress. It's gonna come out to about $35.50, and that's not if you're drinking alcohol, that's not if you are getting appetizers, all that kind of stuff. So the price really ain't too bad, it doesn't break the bank. Now, when it comes down to groceries, huge thing when it comes down to it, okay? Average cost of milk is gonna be about $3 a gallon. Depending on if you're super fancy and you want the blue colored eggs. I know those little blue colored eggs is like $6.99, but on average for me, I spend about $2.99 on eggs. Go to Kroger. I usually get the 30 pack, okay? I just stack them because that's usually what I eat for breakfast. Bread, $2.97 when it comes down for that. I don't know where you're at. I just want to throw that out there in case it was important to you. But I can't finish this off without throwing in the price of chicken. Depends on what kind of chicken you get, okay? You can go to the butcher shop and get chicken from anywhere from $4.99 a pound to the outrageous price of $7.99 per pound. Depending on butcher shops. Not gonna put any butchers down. You can get really good butcher shop quality chicken for $5 per pound. Unless you get Heritage Farms, okay? Not sponsored. They're the biggest chicken breast for the least amount. You can get it for like $2.99 a pound. Not sure if you're gonna die early, but if you're trying to bodybuild, trying to put on some muscle, easy protein source, and it's cheap. Moving along, let's talk about transportation. Now, our city isn't super big. Yeah, you can use Uber. Yeah, you can use Lyft, but you're probably gonna be waiting around for a little while, okay? It's not a super popular service. You probably need to buy a car if you're here because you're not gonna get on the bus and just be able to magically go to your work. City's not that big. So let me put this into perspective for you. Let's say hypothetically you have a car at $40,000. Let's do some math right now. You go out and buy an average car at $40,000 and you have a 5% interest rate and you finance it for 60 months. Guess how much your payment's gonna be? $603 and some change, okay? Cars are expensive. In the United States, the average home is having a car payment of over $600 per month. Now, if it's a pre-owned, it comes out to like $593 a month or something like that. But it's literally $40,000 car is gonna cost $600 a month. Now, take that in consideration. Gas prices right now, they've been fluctuating. I'm seeing somewhere anywhere between like $2.79 to $3.09, depending on where you go. We got Buc-ee's in the local area. They always have the cheapest gas when it comes down to it. I always go to Buc-ee's, save like 10-20 cents. Next, let's talk about entertainment. Now, if you've seen my YouTube channel before, there's not a whole lot of entertainment in the local area. Yes, there's some bars. Yes, there's Rigby's. You can go out, walk the town, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm just gonna throw out some simple stuff in case you're moving from somewhere else to put some stuff into perspective. If you're going to the movies, average ticket, $12. Unless you go to House and Lake Cinema, okay? $5 tickets on Tuesdays. Same movies, just happens on Tuesdays. Next, Rigby's Water World, yes, Rigby's has go-karts, they have putt-putt, they have bowling, they have billiards, they have rollerblading, they have entertainment like laser tag and skee ball and all that stuff. But you just walk in, you pay per thing that you do, okay? So I'm just gonna throw out Rigby's Water World. If you're into that, $92.99 for a season pass per person. Or what my wife and I usually do, because we don't go there that often, we usually go with our nieces and nephews. Twilight hours on a date, like a weeknight, is from 4 to 6 p.m. It was like $14 last year. They bumped that up to $20. So Rigby's, if you're watching this, you're making my wife and I spend an extra $12 just to spend 2 hours in some water. Please change it. Now, you look up Nightlife. Okay, like I said, I looked up 190 different websites, sources, trusted sources for this video. #1 result on Yelp, Chili's. We don't really have that much nightlife. I don't know about you. I'm not really thinking of a good time out on the night or out on the town to go to Chili's. If you're into that, Chili's, you must be doing something right. If you're ranked #1, good for you. Welcome to Chili's. Next, let's talk about healthcare for a little bit, okay? When it comes to actual clinics, walk-ins, and stuff like that, the average is 18.2% less than the national average. And in my opinion, I think that number just comes down to like inflation and average cost of living. It lines up, kind of. It's still a little bit more expensive than what like the national average with like home price differences and stuff like that, because the home price is 44% different. This is only 18.2% different. But when you dive into the statistics and really break down the websites that go over healthcare coverage and premiums and everything like that, it's popping out the numbers right here at 103.8%. It is slightly above the US average. That's what I have on my notes. Now, when it comes to you, I'm a veteran. I use my VA healthcare when it comes down to it. I got injured in Afghanistan and I'm above a 30%, so I get healthcare, which is super awesome. Thank you, United States government, for taking care of me, because my healthcare cost me $0, and I'm super blessed and I'm super grateful for that. And my wife, she works on Robins Air Force Base. She has Blue Shield Blue Cross. So her healthcare is taken care of. Her premiums aren't bad. I think she comes out of pocket like 200 and some bucks per month for her. I don't have to be on her policy or anything like that. So with her working on Robins with a government GS position job, if you're looking for one of those, usajobs.gov, go check it out. Pay somebody on Fiverr, FIVERR.com, to write up your resume. Find out some different job codes and stuff like that. Land a job on there. Phenomenal benefits, by the way. Really not that much. However, a business owner that I know in the local area, huge business owner, he's just crushing it. His wife and 2 kids and himself, he either told me it was $2,400 per month or $2,700. I think $2,400 was what it was for his family, because they don't get coverage through a workplace. They get it privately. So just saying, it's like $2,400 to $2,700 per month for a family of 4. So if you're not getting healthcare through a provider that is through work, or you're a disabled veteran, or I don't know where else you get healthcare, be careful, do your due diligence, do your research. That's all I got. This is one that was kind of confusing for me, was the childcare here in the local area, because you could go anywhere from going to Facebook.com, going to a Facebook group called Robins to Go. There's 54,000 people in this group, and I've seen babysitters as cheap as $20 per hour that are vetted. They have reviews, they're safe, they're like high school girls. They'll come over to your house, like $20 an hour, right? All the way to in person, they're teaching your children throughout the day, full day childcare for $4,000 per month. The average childcare that I've seen that you drop your child off at and they just take care of them is usually somewhere between $1,200 to $1,400 per month, with the cheapest option that I found was like $150 per week, but they're just watching your kid to make sure they don't hurt themselves, okay? So you have to do your due diligence depending on what you're specifically looking for. From $20 per hour, somebody comes over to your house, to $4,000 a month for like premium. Your child might go to Harvard, okay? There's a possibility. Pros and cons. Now, I want to go over clothing real quick, like shoes and clothing, because I don't know if you like live in Cali or you're from like the most expensive place in Texas or maybe New York City. For you to get like a nice pair of Nike shoes, like running shoes, walking shoes, you're looking at like $95, right around there. Nikes run from like 90 to 120 depending on what type of Nike shoe that you buy. And then Levi jeans on average are 65 bucks in our area. So to finish this video off, I want to go over 2 more statistics really quick. I left this out and I want to throw this at the end because this might be a deciding factor of whether or not you buy or you invest in our local area. In Warner Robins alone, in the last 12 calendar months, homes appreciated by 7.2%, while nationally they only appreciated by 2.2%. That's a 5% difference. So if you think about it, for every $100,000 at home, 5%, that's a lot of money. That's a whole lot of money. $5,000 per $100,000 in home. Investment opportunity, right? Warner Robins Air Force Base is located here. Military population, people that take care of their properties. Phenomenal opportunities, not only to buy rental properties, but also if you move here, say you're an Air Force guy or gal, or you're just moving here for a job and you don't know if you're gonna stay here for more than 3 years, you can buy a home and make money off of it instead of just renting. Okay, I did that for 3 years. I just did a video recently, things that I wish I would have known before moving to Warner Robins. My number one regret is renting for 3 years because I never made any money. And I did the math. If I was living in the house that I was living in now and I bought it when I first moved here, I lost $45,000, okay? It hurt. But to finish this video off, the last thing that I wanted to talk about is the average cost of living. Home price was 44% difference, but if we take the other averages and leave the homes out, 21.1% cheaper than the national average to live here in the local area. And if you're thinking about moving to the local area and this video wasn't enough information for you to make that decision, please, what I'd love to do, go in the description below, book a call with me. I'd love to help serve you and your family so we can talk about it. If this isn't an area for you, I promise I'm not gonna convince you to move to where you don't want to. I've helped plenty of people move to other places, whether it's North Georgia, whether it's a different part of Georgia, or whether it's a completely different state. I'm here to serve you and your family at the highest level, and I want to be able to do that for you. So if that's you, go to the description below. If not, you're just checking out YouTube. Thank you so much for watching this video. Catch you on the next one.